May 10th, 2021 meeting of the Jackson County Board of Education to order. We'd like to welcome everyone in attendance today and any visitors that may be joining us tonight virtually online. At this time, we'd like to ask Hannah McKever, East Jackson Middle School student, to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Hannah. We'd like to move into our agenda. Our first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes. I have approval of minutes from April the 1st. Do I have a motion to approve? I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye, that's unanimous. The next item is a continuation of approval of minutes. So we have approval of our minutes from our regular meeting on April the 12th. Do I have a motion to approve? I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye, that's unanimous. We'll move on to item 3 in our agenda. That's going to be approval of our agenda. Do I have a motion to approve? So I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye, that's unanimous. Next item is superintendent's comments. I'll turn it over to Dr. Howard.
Thank you, Mr. Claresy, and to our board, and especially to the many visitors that we have today. Thank you for being here. The month of May is always a very special month for us because we get to acknowledge some outstanding student achievements as well as some very, very dedicated members of our staff and our family who are choosing to retire and go on to the next stage of life. So welcome to everyone who is here this evening. But the month of May this year especially, I think, is even more exceptional considering how difficult this year has been. So just a very special thank you to our teachers, whether they're here or not. This has been a journey, and they have proven that they are dedicated and passionate about the work that they do. So again, thank you. As we do with each of our board meetings, we choose one school that we highlight to give a little bit of an overview of what's happening at that school. And we are grateful for East Jackson High School for hosting us. And we highlighted them back in December or January. So again, thank you for hosting us, Ms. Palmer. And we are going to highlight East Jackson Middle School this evening. So Ms. Johnson is here, and Mr. Vanderford, if you want to go ahead and bring up their presentation. As you know, as Mr. Vanderford's bringing that forward, we've gotten quite accustomed to doing everything in a virtual manner. We've not had many options. So Ms. Johnson went ahead and prepared the presentation and a highlight of East Jackson Middle. And while this is a short video clip to give you some overview of the outstanding things happening there, she'll have some other celebrations this evening as well. So Rusty, if you will play the highlights of East Jackson Middle School. Ms. Johnson, thank you for sharing this with us, and she's done a great job of introducing it.
Good evening. I'm Kim Johnson, principal at East Jackson Middle School. I would like to thank the Board of Education and Dr. Howard for allowing us this time to share with you some of our highlights and accomplishments of our students and staff here at East Jackson Middle School. I hope you enjoy it. would not have been as successful during this unique year without the help of our community partners and the continuing support of our parents. Thank you all.
So thank you all and congratulations. Our next recognition this evening, and we'll be seeing Ms. Johnson again, by the way, because she's got some other folks that we get to recognize tonight. But our next recognition, I'm going to ask Ms. Jen Sane if she can join us at the podium. And we're going to highlight some of our young authors. This is one of the most exciting things we get to celebrate each May, and that is our young and upcoming amazing writers.
Well, good evening, Dr. Howard, members of the board, and to you, our community members. We'd like to celebrate our system-level winners for this year's Young Georgia Authors Competition. The purpose of the Young Georgia Authors Competition is to encourage students to develop enthusiasm for and expertise in their writing, to provide a context to celebrate their writing successes, and to recognize student achievement in arts and academics. This prestigious competition has been engaging Georgia students for more than 2 decades and is open to any student currently enrolled in Georgia public schools, grades K through 12. The competition is sponsored by the Georgia Language Arts Supervisors and the Georgia RESA Network with support from the Georgia Department of Education. We have celebrated our winners by sending each a medal and a certificate. Their writings have all advanced to the regional level competition through Northeast Georgia RESA. However, tonight we would like to spot them one final time. We may not have our students here in person tonight, but if you are in attendance and you hear your name, I welcome you to stand to be recognized. Congratulations to the Jackson County School System Young Georgia Authors Competition System Level winners of 2020-2021. From kindergarten at North Jackson Elementary School, Aiden Sylvie with his work entitled Earth and His Friend. First grade winner from East Jackson Elementary School, Rosalie Johnston with The Scarecrow. Second grade winner, also from East Jackson Elementary, goes to Paisley Bevel with her work, The Talking Animal. Third grade, from South Jackson Elementary School, Gavin Giannoni with the work, The Misfit. Our fourth grade system winner from Gum Springs Elementary School is Cameron Hughes with his work entitled Great Escape from Camp Disappointment. And our fifth grade winner from South Jackson Elementary School, Alieri Lane with Pitter Patter. Moving on to our middle school recipients. From 6th grade at East Jackson Middle School, Zoe Kozlowski with Oats and Anxiety. 7th grade from East Jackson Middle School, Hannah McEver with her work, Broken Glass. 8th grade from East Jackson High School, Keely Ingalls with Stuffed Adventures. Our 9th grade winner from East Jackson High School is Kendall McDonald with the writing Outside the Forest Border. From 10th grade, also from East High, is Bella Turco with her writing Survival Guide for the 2030-31 school year. From the 11th grade class from East Jackson High School, our district winner is Ruby Krim with The Fallen Angels. And finally, our 12th grade recipient from East High is Evan Bone with Corruption in Artistry. Congratulations to our winners. We'd like to wish a special congratulations to Aiden Sylvie from North Jackson Elementary School with his writing as he won at the regional level and his writing was submitted to the state level competition. Congratulations, Aiden. We would also like to recognize a special young lady from Jackson County Comprehensive High School, senior Emily Holder, created a Young Georgia Authors Winners website during her work-study class this spring. She worked hard to feature each of our winners and their writings. Please feel free to check out our winners and their writings. Those were some really good titles. You might want to read them when you have a moment. You can use the link on our website. Mr. Vanderford's going to show us on the screen how we can get to our district website and access the Young Georgia Authors site. Thank you, Mr. Vanderford. Finally, thank you to Ms. Amy Godfrey, our literacy specialist, for coordinating our Young Georgia Authors competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sane, and a very special congratulations to all of those winners. East Jackson, you guys did a great job. I just want to make sure everybody knows that we have objective outside evaluators, so way to go. It was really a point of pride. Proud of you. All right. Our next recognition, I'd like to ask Ms. Jackie Cervantes if she would join us at the podium. Ms. Cervantes is the amazing agricultural education teacher at East Jackson Middle School, and she's going to tell you a little bit about a state recognition that the East Jackson Middle School FFA just achieved.
Thank you. Would you like for them to come up? Or? I would love for them to come up. I think all of us would like to see their faces. Good evening, y'all. As they're coming up, I'm going to give them a chance to line up here so that you guys can see my state winners. All right, guys, so this is our state-winning Conduct of Chapter Meetings Leadership Development Event team from East Jackson Middle School. This group of students is quite special. They were actually voluntold to compete at this contest. The Conduct of Chapter Meetings is what was formerly known as a junior parliamentary procedure career development event. And with this event, the students have had to learn Robert's Rules of Order, learn the proper ways to run a meeting, how to conduct business, the order of business, how to debate, how to form proper debates with knowing what comes next. They have had 6 months worth of practice, and these are the students that, if we were staying after school on a Friday, it was 5 o'clock and their parents were sitting out in the parking lot waiting for them. During spring break, they did multiple virtual visits. During all the quarantine times, they were working hard. So we have track members, swim team members, we have baseball players, we have young author winners, we have a melting pot of success here in this group, so I'm really, really excited. Starting over here on my right side, Ms. Hannah McEver served as our team chairperson, Ms. Leela Huss served as our team vice president, Ms. Courtney Cameron served as our team secretary, Ms. Addison Nichols served as our team reporter, Ms. Haley Dutzman served as our team treasurer, Mr. Reese Sorrow served as our team sentinel, and Mr. Drew Richardson served as our student advisor. This team has done a phenomenal job to get to this level, and we are super excited. We are going to be preparing for nationals here throughout the summer and here throughout these next coming days. So the work doesn't stop. It stopped for a little bit there to celebrate after state and with all the end of the year testing and everything going on, but this group has not slowed down, and I'm super, super excited, super, super pumped to see where this group goes next. So they will be representing Georgia, East Jackson, Jackson County. We're super, super pumped for them.
Congratulations, guys, and that goes to you as well, Ms. Cervantes. We know that those high expectations and that coaching is what makes it happen, so thank you so much, and congratulations. You're going to have to update us on how it goes at Nationals. We're rooting for you. Great job. All right. One of the most exciting things that we do get to do in May as well is to recognize individuals who have dedicated service to Jackson County schools. And we started earlier with acknowledging the fact that this has been a challenging year, and it has been. But every year, I am extremely humbled to remember and to recognize what each of our teachers do on behalf of our students. We're fortunate in Jackson County to have people who are passionate and compassionate about the service that they bring to our students. So we decided this year that we would ask a couple of high school students who are graduating to reflect a little bit. And so we've got a couple of high school students that are going to speak. And Jake, if you want to go ahead and make your way to the stage, that would be great. Mr. Stinchcomb is going to come and speak to us. He is a soon-to-be graduate of Jackson County High School. You may have seen him before. He's very involved. And as soon as Jake shares a few words, then we're going to ask Mr. Nate McKinney from East Jackson High School to come share a few words. And then we'll introduce all of our retirees. But thank you for being here. And Mr. Stinchcomb, we appreciate you, as well as I know Nate's parents were busy, but they're everywhere, and we're glad you're here, Nate. So thank you, Jake.
All right, good evening. I'm Jake Stinchcomb. I'm a senior getting ready to graduate. In about 2 weeks from tomorrow, I'm the class president at Jackson County. I plan to go to Georgia next fall. I'm very excited, and I'm very happy and blessed to be here on behalf of Jackson County Comprehensive High School. The first teacher we'll be honoring tonight is Miss Rhonda Adams. Miss Adams has taken on many roles in our school system. She was actually the front office lady when I was at West Jackson Middle School, and then her last year, which was the 2019-2020 year, she was parapro for our special ed program. One of her fellow parapros had this to say about her. She said, "She was the kind of teacher you have to know. What I learned from Miss Rhonda is to never lose yourself. One thing I admired from Miss Rhonda is she was never scared to be herself. She taught me it's okay to be loud because we could always hear her from a mile away. The best thing about her is she put great efforts in being a parapro, and she always made everyone laugh, and we all enjoyed being around her." Jackson County and myself were very happy and blessed to have Miss Adams for all her service over the years. The next teacher we have is Miss Omi Looney. Miss Looney has also worked in the special education program over the years. A student who actually worked alongside Miss Looney had this to say: "What I learned from her is that everything in life happens for a reason. She always had good advice and was always true to herself. Miss Looney is someone that I look up to a lot, and she was always a happy person and never failed to brighten up the room. She can make anyone's day go from 0 to 100 really quickly. She taught me that everyone deserves to be appreciated, but the most important thing that Miss Omi taught me was love. She never failed at showing her love with the kids she worked with, the teachers, and she even loved me a little bit." We are very thankful for Miss Looney. Third teacher we have from Jackson County Comprehensive is Miss Debbie Reed. Miss Reed spent years teaching Spanish at our school, and another student who spoke about her said, "Miss Reed always pushed us to be our best, but never let us go down if we really wanted what we were working for. She expected the best and only the best for her students, which showed through her teaching and assignments she created. She taught in a way that included us with activities, but also lectured to ensure our knowledge was at the highest level. She loved her students with a passion and went above and beyond for us. Thank you, Miss Reed." The final teacher I'm representing tonight is Miss Joyce Hawkins. Miss Hawkins has been on the staff since 2007 at Jackson County Comprehensive High School from many different roles, from a business teacher to an online school facilitator. One of her biggest roles was being a graduation coach for our students, which was awesome, and we're very thankful to have her at that. A teacher said about Miss Hawkins that she was always smiling and spreading love in the classroom and in the halls, and will always be remembered for her huge dedication and service. Myself and the rest of Jackson County Comprehensive High School are extremely proud and thankful to know Miss Hawkins, and we will miss her dearly. Miss Adams, Miss Looney, Miss Reed, Miss Hawkins, thank you for all of your years in service at Jackson County, and thank you to the rest of the retirees in the school system.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nate McKinney, and I'm a senior here at East Jackson High School. I've been involved in the Jackson County school system pretty much my entire life, and one thing that's remained consistent, whether it was pre-K all the way to senior year, was I always had that one leader, mentor, or friend within public education that I could always look towards. When I was in elementary school and I was that impatient little kid that was just wanting to get home, I had that bus driver I could always look to as a friend to just get me home, make the ride quicker. When I was in middle school and high school, I had that teacher that gave me guidance, that gave me a passion for one of the most important industries in the world. Those are the teachers, those are the educators, the servicemen and women that are involved in public education that I want to thank here tonight. It takes true passion, dedication, and selflessness to be a part of public education. I don't think any teacher, leader, anyone involved in this industry would have done it so long if there wasn't any sort of reward. And I think the reward of being involved in public education is you get to have a certain impact on students. Ms. Aiken, I know that you had an impact on so many students at East Jackson Comprehensive High School, and I can't tell you how thankful we are to have you, and just so happy that you got to spend your time here and affect so many students' lives. It's that impact that you get to have. You get to be that friend that a lot of students don't have at home. You get to be that friend, that leader that gives students purpose. And I just want to thank you on behalf of all the teachers that changed my life. Thank you all for your service. Thank you all for your dedication, your passion that you showed students. And so on behalf of myself, all of the Jackson County school system, and my peers, I just want to thank you all, and thank you for having me here tonight. If we can give one big round of applause for everybody.
Nate, Mr. McKinney, before you leave that stage, stay up there for just a minute. I'm going to ask Mr. Pedraza if he'll come up. We're going to acknowledge all of our retirees here in just a minute. But while you're on the stage, Mr. Pedraza has a recognition that I think all the folks that are here tonight need to understand the levity of what you're about to embark upon and how proud we are of what you've achieved.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Howard, for allowing me to come up. Really quickly, just wanted to tell you a little bit about what Nate's going to be doing this upcoming year. So about 2 weeks ago, he got elected at the Georgia FFA State Convention to serve as a state president for the Georgia FFA Association coming up. And if y'all don't read up, or if y'all not aware of Georgia FFA Association, there's about 73,000 FFA members in the state of Georgia. So Nate will have the task of managing all 73,000 FFA members next year, in just different roles, talking to members, visiting chapters, just traveling across the state of Georgia, talking to different ag teachers, and kind of getting their perspective on ag education and how National FFA plays a role within the agricultural education model. He'll get to go to D.C. We're hoping he will, if everything goes back to normal. He'll get to talk to legislators and state representatives, talk about agricultural education and, again, how that's affecting students, and then just kind of serve as a leader for the entire association. Him and his 7 other team members will get that honor this year to serve those members, get to know them, hold workshops, teach students about leadership, as well as the importance of the agricultural industry and what ag education as a whole will provide for those students if they decide they want to take that opportunity. So we're super proud of Nate. This is something that he's been working on for a little over a year. He went through a very rigorous interview process to get it to the top 12. From there, he presented a speech at the Georgia FFA Convention where members from across the state voted, and they voted him to be his next state president. So super happy for him, super proud of him. He's done an amazing job here at East Jackson, and we're excited that we get to see him this upcoming year throughout all the leadership positions that he'll have throughout the state. So if you will, let's congratulate him. That's a huge honor, and we're super proud of him.
Thank you, Mr. Pedraza, and thank you, Nate. His mom, Sarah, is not here, and I hope she wouldn't mind me saying this, but I had the privilege of coming over and working with Nate a time or two, and I can remember Nate as a South Jackson student. He is one that's been all the way through South Jackson, East Jackson Middle, and now East Jackson High School, and he said several years ago, I'm going to be a state FFA president. And I think Mom was absolutely, you go for it, but she knew what a challenge that would be, and look at what you did. You put your mind to it and you did it. So we're very, very proud of you. Congratulations. I'm going to take the privilege at this time. I'm going to step to the podium and I ask Mr. Nicholson, who is our Assistant Superintendent for Teaching and Learning, that we go back and recognize all of our retirees who are here tonight. And so if you would, when we call your name, if you'll come to the stage, and we have a small token gift for you, and we have a certificate, and then each of the board members would like to have the opportunity to say thank you. And if you can enter up here and just walk across the stage, we want to make sure that you get the recognition you so deserve. As you may know, we had several retirees last year who we were not able to recognize because of our conditions, but we are going to try to recognize those who were able to be with us tonight. So some of these folks retired last year, and some of them are retiring from Jackson County Schools this year. So we tried to make sure that we are acknowledging everyone who's here, but I'm going to scan this audience and make sure that we take good care of you. Let's start with Miss Sandy Aiken, and we're going to go in order by school. Miss Sandy Aiken, as she's coming to the stage, let me tell you a little bit about her. She has served the Jackson County School District for more than 28 years. She was a Jackson County High School teacher, and then she worked alongside colleagues and transitioned in opening East Jackson High School. While at East Jackson High School, she was a math teacher, a math department head, and then she retired as the assistant principal for instruction from East Jackson High School. She is the mom of 3 amazing children who also graduated from Jackson County Schools, 3 wonderful young men, and then she is absolutely committed, and she demonstrates that because we made her come back, and so she is still serving Jackson County Schools in a part-time capacity. But Miss Sandy Aiken, a dedicated soldier and an advocate for students. Right, I believe that's all that we have that's here from East Jackson this evening. Jackson County High School, Miss Joyce Hawkins, would you come up? As Miss Hawkins makes her way to the stage, this is a very special lady as well, and she's done lots of things. But let me just tell you a little bit about Miss Hawkins. I probably couldn't list everything that she's done because she's one of those that's just an advocate for kids. But she served at Jackson County High School as a business ed teacher and really like a graduation coach for everybody. Miss Hawkins has always been an advocate for students across the line, no matter who they are. She was probably the mother of personalized learning, like the originator, because she was the person at school who would figure out where a student was, meet them, and really empower them and push them across the stage. So she worked with students who were probably struggling more than others, but she found a way to meet them where they were and to make sure that she helped them to be successful. So Miss Hawkins, thank you for 17 years of service to Jackson County Schools and making sure that every student that you worked with could be as successful as possible. We appreciate you very much. Did I see Cindy Barhorse come in? Did Dr. Hardigree? I'm looking around. I don't think I saw Cindy come in. All right. All right, and Debbie Gammon was here, and Debbie Gammon had to leave us. How about Miss Omi Looney? I know we saw Miss Looney. As Miss Looney's making her way to the stage, you heard Jake say a few words about her, but Miss Looney is one of those examples of paraprofessional who functions at the level of a teacher and pours her heart and soul into supporting our students. Miss Looney served in the capacity of a parapro in some of our most fragile environments, so her heart and soul is right there with those kids. Miss Looney, as you can tell, many have noticed all of your influence that you have both in the special ed classroom as well as across the school and for the climate there. So for all of your years of service, Miss Looney, thank you so much. We are grateful to you. Miss Lisa Bennett, if you can come forward. As Miss Bennett is making her way, Miss Bennett has a special story herself. Miss Bennett is a teacher, presently right now teaching kindergarten. She's been at North Jackson her whole life. Literally, Miss Bennett went to North Jackson to school and it's now retiring as an amazing kindergarten teacher. If you want to know how kids feel about Miss Bennett, you just walk down the hall with her at North Jackson and you'll see how many kids run up and say, Miss Bennett, Miss Bennett. And they want to hug on her and say, even third, fourth, and fifth graders who had her years ago remember the influence that Miss Bennett had on them. Miss Bennett always has a calm and steadfast demeanor, and she's touched many lives at North Jackson. Miss Bennett, thank you so much for your service to Jackson County and especially to all those young minds at North Jackson Elementary School. We appreciate you very much. Also from North Jackson, we have an amazing paraprofessional who actually retired in March, but we wanted to make sure we recognized her tonight. And as she makes her way forward, let me tell you just a little bit about Miss Carla Spence. Miss Spence is also a proud parent and has had graduates from Jackson County High School, and we know the investment that she's made. My children went to North Jackson, and I can remember them talking about the small group work that they did with Miss Spence at North Jackson. Miss Spence served as a paraprofessional for 16 years at North Jackson Elementary. You always knew that Miss Spence would be flexible and she could do lots of different things in lots of different classrooms, and that's just what she did. So, Miss Spence, for all of your many, many years of service and your dedication and flexibility at North Jackson, thank you very, very much. We're forever grateful. Thank you very much. Miss Marie Scott Grant. I think I saw Miss Grant here, of course. There she is. As Miss Grant's making her way to the stage, let me share a little bit about our tremendous appreciation for her. Miss Grant has served hundreds of children in her 23 years of service to Jackson County Schools. Whether she was at Benton Elementary School, South Jackson, or simply serving children across our district, Miss Grant's genuine kindness is treasured by all students, and especially our English speakers of other languages. Miss Grant embraces not only the children that she serves, but their parents and their community, and helps to make them feel a part and to feel comfortable in setting them up for success. Miss Grant has been a gift to the Jackson County Schools and all who have been touched by the privilege of working alongside her and being taught by her. Miss Grant, thank you for making every child feel special. Thank you. All right, Miss Donna Bryant, West Jackson Elementary School. She's got a family that's here, and they are singing on your behalf, Miss Bryant. I hear them back there. Bring them all, that's right. A precious family. As Miss Bryant's making her way to the stage, let me share with you a little bit about how much we appreciate Miss Bryant's gifts. Miss Bryant has served the Jackson County school community for more than 21 years, and prior to that served before, so she's got her plenty of years of service. Miss Bryant has a genuine love for children, and it shows in all that she does. Miss Bryant served at West Jackson Primary, Gum Springs Elementary, and is now at West Jackson Elementary School. She's taught almost all grade levels, and Miss Bryant has touched children in all grades, and she is one of the hardest working people that you will meet. She's always looking for ways to help her students, and she finds creative ways to engage them. Even if you walked into Miss Bryant's class and found a bathtub in the middle of the room that kids would crawl in and read a book in. Miss Bryant's classroom is warm and a safe place where students are stretched to do their very, very best. Miss Bryant, for all that and everything else that you've brought to Jackson County Schools, thank you for your many years of service. Thank you. All right. West Jackson Middle School, Mr. David Peak. There he is. Bye. That's class precious. As Mr. Peak is making his way to the stage, let me share a little bit about his many contributions. Mr. Peak has served as an elementary teacher, a technology director, and a media specialist, and an inspirer. He's been in Jackson County for more than 30 years. Mr. Peak is dedicated to serving students, and he encourages them to try new things. Mr. Peak served as a pioneer and is credited with bringing many new innovative technology components to Jackson County. Over the years, Mr. Peak has served with pride and is always able to be counted on for any kind of help that you need, whether it be technology, media center, or just recommending a good book. Mr. Peak, for your amazing 30 years of service, thank you very much. We appreciate you. We have other retirees, but I do not believe any of those are present. Administrators, I'm going to ask you to look around and make sure that we have not missed anyone. I think that we've touched on everyone. We have a very special recognition that's going to happen in a few minutes that we'll talk about our Dr. Morris, but I think that's it. Let's give all of our educators in this room an amazing round of applause. Thank you so much for all that you have contributed. Mr. Farmer, do we have any of our bus drivers here? Do we have any of our, we have 5 bus drivers that have retired, and they're not here, but we want you to know that, quite honestly, we value our bus drivers and our school nutrition. Anyone who contributes to the experience in Jackson County Schools, we appreciate. So I'm sorry they weren't able to be here, but we will make sure that they get their gifts and their certificates as well. Thank you. Ms. Palmer, if you'll come to the stage, you get the exciting opportunity to recognize the star student and the star teacher from East Jackson Comprehensive High School.
Thank you, Dr. Howard. And if I could get Ethan and Dr. Chandler to please join me at the podium. And as they are coming, I'll say a special thank you to Dr. Chandler, who always helps us out when we have events in this auditorium to make sure everything's running the way it needs to. So thank you, Dr. Chandler. And Ms. Johnson, I'm really excited about getting those East Jackson Middle School students as high school students in just a little bit. You've got a great team there, so I'm excited about that. You all have seen Mr. Ethan Fuller before. He is our star student, but he was also recognized as a Rotary student a few months ago, so you probably recognize his face. He is joined tonight by his mom, Ms. Courtney Reed, sitting out there. She's a teacher at East Jackson Middle School. Ethan has taken some very rigorous courses throughout the time that he's been in high school, which include 8 AP courses, 4 dual enrollment courses, and many fine arts courses, including band, chorus, and drama. In fact, just this past Friday night, he performed as the Reverend, right, in the play Dearly Departed, right on this very stage, and so he's been involved in that. He's also been a part of our chorus group that has traveled all over this country, literally. He's performed at Carnegie Hall in New York City. He has performed at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii, and he has performed at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C., so very active in our fine arts programs. He, like I said, had been the Rotary Student of the Month back in February. He's been a part of our literary team, chorus, Beta Club, Science Olympiad. He's a member of the academic team, Drama Club, Student Council, and a member of the Spanish Honor Society. In addition to his work here at school and his rigorous classes, he's also developed some community service activities in Camp Invention group leader. He's also working with this church, Maysville Baptist, as a vacation Bible school leader, and works in the archery program there. And so I'm going to ask Ethan to now take the podium and tell us a little bit about his plans after high school, as well as sharing why he chose Dr. Chandler as his star teacher.
After high school, I plan to go to the University of Georgia and major in environmental engineering. And I chose Dr. Todd Chandler as my most influential teacher because I've had him since 7th grade, and he has always encouraged me to just do the best that I can and always try to just be the best. So thank you, Mr. Chandler. I don't know, do you speak now? I don't know what happens.
I would like to take a moment just to talk about, the students here at East Jackson. And there's so many kids that impress us every day in the classroom, their work ethic, just being all around great students. And Ethan is most definitely one of those students. He, like you said, he's been with me since 7th grade. He has a great sense of humor, extremely intelligent, and extremely talented, and he is a wonderful representative of being the star student for Jackson County Schools. Thank you, Ethan.
Congratulations to both of you. Star student and star teacher is probably the highest honor that you can get at the high school level, so congratulations. Mr. Wester, if you'll go ahead and come to the stage and welcome our Jackson County High School star student and star teacher.
Good evening. It is a distinct pleasure this evening to honor our star student from Jackson County High School and the star teacher. Hunter Ruiz is our star student for this year. Our star teacher is Mr. Tucker Duke. Hunter is a 12th grader at Jackson County High School, and he is accompanied this evening by his wonderful parents, Mr. Corey Ruiz and Miss Paula Ruiz, and his amazing sister, Riley Ruiz, is here as well. She's a junior at Jackson County High School, and what a great family. We're just proud to have them as part of our community. Hunter has taken, I joked with him a little bit earlier today about his average load at our school. He's taken 12 AP classes over the course of this year, which is 36 credit hours if you're at the college level. We're very proud of his accomplishments there. Included among those are AP Government and Politics, AP Computer Science Principles, AP Calculus BC, and AP Research. That's this year alone. In addition to that, he's also taking Advanced Symphonic Band and Percussion Ensemble and Spanish 2, and that's just his senior year. Previously, AP Lit, AP Lang, AP Macro, Economics, AP Calculus AB, Honors Physics, AP Seminar, AP World History, AP US History, and AP Human Geography. In addition to that rigorous academic commitment that Hunter has made throughout his career, he has also been in the marching band for 4 years as a percussionist. He has participated in our esports club. He's played power wheelchair soccer and wheelchair football, where his team, the Gwinnett Heat, won the state title this spring, with Hunter being a big part of that. Proud of him for that. In addition, Hunter has been awarded the JCCHS Award for Academic Excellence all 4 years of his academic career. He is an academic letterman at Jackson County High School. He has won the Georgia Certificate of Merit, and he is the class salutatorian this year as a senior in the class of 2021. Certainly just a few things to be proud of, buddy. But we're certainly proud of you for the example that you set for our entire student body and for our community in Jackson County. We're very proud of you and all that you represent. And just can't wait to see all the great things you're going to do. At this time, I'll let Hunter talk a little bit about his future, what he plans to do, and let him introduce Mr. Duke, his star teacher of the year.
Thank you. So after high school, I plan to major in computer science at Georgia Tech to study software engineering. And Mr. Duke is my star teacher because of my core curriculum. He is the only teacher in high school that I've had more than 1 year, and his help has been incredibly helpful. It is under his teaching that I got the SAT score that awarded me this award. And also last year he helped prepare me for the AP exam, which we all know how chaotic last year turned out to be at the end. And I could not have done any of that without his help. So thank you, Mr. Duke.
Well, it's my honor that you chose me. As you guys can see, clearly I was the motivating factor, him doing all the classes he did, all his awards, right? It was 100% me. No, I can't take a whole lot of credit for Hunter's success. He is a highly motivated young kid. Pretty much I just had to show up and do my job, and he did. He scored a 5 on the AP exam last year, made me super proud in a really tough time, and so great honor that he chose me. He's definitely one of the best I've ever taught. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mr. Tucker, and to Mr. Hunter Ruiz. Quite an honor for both of you as well. We are so proud of your accomplishments. And thank you Mom, Dad, Riley for being here, as well as Ms. Reed and your support of your families. We are very, very fortunate. We get the privilege of working alongside your children. It really is our honor when we get to experience these kinds of exciting accomplishments for these kiddos. All right, at this time, I'd like to ask our school nutrition department. We got some folks in the back that I think wanted to come to the stage this evening. So all of you, if you would like, come to the stage at this time, or any of you who would like. Come on now, girls, don't leave her hanging. Y'all can come and join. We have two more recognitions and definitely would want to give Miss Alita Redmond a chance to share as she's coming to the stage. It is with tremendous honor that we introduce to you our school nutrition leaders, and they are going to be recognizing a very special person for a very special honor. And I don't know if you all have plans to speak. I think you do, but I'll turn it over to you and then I'll wrap it up.
Okay, Dr. Morris. That name says enough by itself. We can't think of no one better to get this award, but from the day I first met her, she has always directed people and myself. She keeps us on track. Her exact words are, "I'm just grooming you." I have heard many different testimonies about Dr. Morris, and I found most of them to be true. She is more than a director. She's a friend, she's a leader, and she's a personal director for many. I could stand here and just state a bunch of facts about Miss Morris, but now we don't have enough time. Dr. Morris, through all your greatness, you should have no doubt that you will be missed by your whole staff. And we'd like to present her with, she's gotten Director of the Year, and we just want to thank her.
So Dr. Morris, if you'll come to the stage. As Dr. Morris is coming forward, let me just share that this is a significant honor. Our own school nutrition director, Dr. Deborah Morris, who has served in Jackson County for about 18 years, I believe, she was recognized as the Georgia School Nutrition Director of the Year by the state of Georgia. This is an accomplishment that is well deserved, and as you can see by her staff how much she is appreciated. They might be in trouble because they surprised her, but outside of that, we are very, very proud. In addition, Dr. Morris just announced on Friday that she'll be retiring at the end of August. So we will be celebrating her big when her retirement date comes in at the end of August. And we are so grateful for all that she does representing Jackson County Schools. And if there's one thing that we could say about Dr. Morris, she absolutely does everything with a level of excellence. It is never anything but first class, and it doesn't matter how hard she has to work, what time of the day, night, morning, anytime, she's going to make it happen. And she is so deserving of this recognition. And we recognize that your excellence is going to be forever missed and treasured. But we're going to celebrate you big in terms of when you retire, when your retirement coming up. So thank you, Dr. Morris. We have one more very, very, very special recognition that I'd like to ask Mr. Todd Schultz to come to the stage and share with you. Our very own Mr. Greg Gilman has received a very privileged appointment. So Mr. Schultz, if you could explain to this group what an honor it is that Mr. Gilman has earned, and let's have him come to the stage as well.
Yes, Mr. Gilman, if you want to come on up here. It was really fun to watch tonight. My name is Todd Schultz. I'm the CTA director for Jackson County. And I was a past ag teacher myself, but when you looked out at the young students that were here from the middle school winning those state awards, I mean, I saw Jessica and Brianna that was in here just a few minutes ago, and I remember teaching them, but they're, I mean, and we see Newt excelling and becoming a state officer in itself. But when we think about agriculture education, it's one of the most important industries out here. Without it, we wouldn't be able to live under our shelters, eat our food every day, and really live the way we are. This young man, I'll say young because he's probably just real close to it, but he's made a major impact on so many people in Georgia. I want to recognize there's Charlotte that's out in the crowd right now. I see Faith that's out there, and I know Newt is probably watching online if I know him. But Faith and both Newt were both state officers themselves. Nate was a state officer under him. I'm not even sure if you could probably count on one hand how many state officers you've worked with over the past few years that have come from his programs. But he is an outstanding agriculture educator. And that goes beyond being a teacher. He is these individuals' mentors, advisor, and so many things about it. The agriculture inducts only just one or just a few, if any, into the Hall of Fame, Agriculture Hall of Fame from Ag Education. And this year, we were very fortunate to have Mr. Gilman inducted into the Agriculture Hall of Fame for the state of Georgia. This is a great recognition. Many people do not ever see this award because a lot of times it's either they've passed on or anything like that. I'm glad he's with us. But this is one of the things that it is that high of recognition that everyone across the state is vote on and really make this. He started teaching in Winder Barrow. He said, we went to Chris for 1 year, but I know he went to Gordon County, and I remember that was one of the times when I went up there and we were trying to get him to come, and he helped open East Jackson High School as the FFA chapter here. He's a friend, he's a mentor, he's a great individual, and this is one of the very outstanding to ever receive this in your entire life. But congratulations, Mr. Gilman. I'm very proud of you and very proud to call you a colleague and everything that goes along with it, too. But thank you.
Mr. Clarsey and Board of Education, it is a humbling honor for me to be here among these people, and I am very proud to be a part of the Jackson County Schools. I know that you can see by the students and the staffs that we have that we are very, very fortunate. Those are all the comments that we have tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Howard. We'll continue with our meeting. We'll move into the public comment segment of our meeting. Do we have anyone? Hearing none, we'll move on to the next item of business, and that'll be our consent item agendas. All members had an opportunity to see the items listed. Do I have a motion to approve the consent items as listed? I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. All in favor? That's unanimous. That concludes our regular business for tonight. We appreciate everyone coming out and joining our meeting, and a special thank you to our retirees and everyone in our program tonight. It was rather impressive. So have a good evening.